We begin this hour with President Biden on his way to Northern Ireland today.
That's right. The visit comes 25 years since the Good Friday Agreement, which brought an end to years of conflict in the region. The president will then travel to Dublin and other communities in Ireland tomorrow. He's expected to explore his ancestral roots and meet with some of his Irish family members. But for the Northern Ireland portion of the trip, President Biden says preserving the peace deal is key.
Make sure the Irish Accords and the Windsor Agreement stay in place to keep the peace. That's the main thing. And it looks like we're going to keep your fingers crossed.
CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe joins us now from Belfast. It's good to see you out there enjoying this trip. Ed, tell us, how does the president plan on commemorating this landmark 25-year-old agreement?
Lily and Lana, good to be with you. It was 25 years ago this week that the accord was signed, and this country is spending this week marking that anniversary by most especially having President Biden visit tomorrow, visit tonight, and then give a speech tomorrow at a university here in town where he will mark that anniversary. And aides and British officials, others have said, in a sense, try to cast forward and remind this country, this region, that it is the future that is most important at this point, and not to look back. One of the things that the Northern Irish officials, that the United Kingdom is hoping for, is some better sense of how much more economic investment might be coming from the United States. The U.S. is the biggest investor in this country. And so there's a hope that there's some signal of increased economic support. One of the things President Biden did last year was appoint Joseph Kennedy, the former congressman from Massachusetts, of course, a scion of the Kennedy family, to be a special envoy to this country to focus primarily on economic investment issues. So he'll be a part of this trip as well. We may hear from him at some point. The president arrives tonight and meets briefly with the prime minister on the tarmac at the airport. They'll have another informal meeting again tomorrow before that speech here in Belfast. And then he's off to Ireland for 3 days of getting to know his roots, I think is perhaps the best way to put it.
Ed, despite the peace deal, there's still tensions in the region. And given that the Good Friday Agreement is 25 years old at this point, there's a lot of our viewers that don't remember how bad the problems were between Northern Ireland and Ireland. Give us some historical context and bring us up to date about the message that President Biden is sending with this visit on that point in particular.
Well, and to that point, there's been concern in recent days as officials here reportedly have uncovered a potential terrorism plot, IRA-backed plans to mount some kind of an attack in the coming days. Doesn't mean it would target President Biden specifically. There's more a concern that perhaps police officers or other officials would be targeted by those that claim to be part of the IRA or the new IRA. With that, there has been an increase in the terror alert level again in this part of the United Kingdom as well, out of concern for that. So that's a real vivid reminder that despite that peace agreement 25 years ago, the potential for violence remains. And there were some examples of that over the weekend up in Londonderry, which is a real flashpoint for this sectarian conflict. But beyond that, that's why the president, you heard him say before he left Washington, wants to come here and in essence, buoy the peace agreement and support those that are trying to hold it together. President Clinton, who, of course, was instrumental in orchestrating the agreement, and his wife, Hillary Clinton, will be here over the weekend as well to mark this and to make a similar pitch to try to sustain that peace and look ahead and not necessarily fall back on the violence of the past. So, it is a quick trip here. I think the British, the Northern Irish would tell you they wanted more time and more of an announcement, perhaps more of a ceremony around this, but the president eager to come and mark this and then move on to the rest of the trip in Ireland.
Well, Ed O'Keefe will be paying attention to your updates and reports from Northern Ireland and Ireland. Thank you so much.